Yep, I just started the recording.
It's so fucking cold.
Okay. So I'm taking the stance that of moral subjectivism. You're taking the stance of moral objectivism, correct?
Yep.
Do you want to clarify exactly what you mean by moral objectivism?
Yeah, I think we can report facts through the field of ethics.
You said what?
We can report true statements through the field of ethics.
Okay, so would you say that there are some foundational beliefs within ethics, like some moral beliefs that are true?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you already know what the realm of possibility is, yes, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Well, the realm of possibility is not limited by anything, correct?
Which type of possibility?
Well, anything is a possibility, right? Like, no matter what kind of, there's an infinite amount of realities that hold infinite possibilities within them. That's just how we have to accept it.
Well, what's the justification for that claim?
Well, see, we don't have any way to verify anything exterior to our minds, so we're basically limited by our minds, but we don't actually know what exists outside of our minds, so we can't specifically limit it to anything. So what that would generate is a solution set that is completely unlimited, which would generate an infinite set.
So wait a second. Your argument is because there are things possibly outside of our minds, they can
I'm
be
just saying
shaped in any particular way?
I'm arguing our epistemology is limited, but the idea is that these possibilities exist regardless. And we also have no way to verify it within our epistemology as well, but both ways.
So hold on a second. So I just want to go back to this. The argument is we cannot go outside of our minds, therefore there's any possibility. Is that your argument?
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you syllogize that? Would it be like premise one, if we cannot go outside, then there's any type of possibility?
I'm not going to put it into a syllogism, but the argument is there. If you want to do it, you can.
Sure, so that'll be it. It's just a simple modus ponens. What's the justification for the first premise? If we cannot go outside, then there's any type of possibility.
Well, have you ever gone outside of your consciousness?
I don't know, have I?
I'm asking you. I haven't, so I'm assuming that that's not the case.
Well, if you're saying that there's any type of possibility, right, I can't actually answer that question because I could just be incorrect now.
You could potentially be incorrect, but you also could be potentially correct, and that's the idea. There's a possibility of a possibility. And because of that possibility of a possibility, we have no way to derive objective standards for anything. So if we can't derive objective standards for anything, then it would also be impossible to derive an objective standard for ethics.
Wait, hold on a second. So let's stick to this first argument for a second, and then we'll move into that second one. Okay. So us not being able to go outside of our minds means that there's any type of possibility. So what would be the argumentative justification for that?
Well, that our minds are limited. The outside of our minds are not limited, because in order to place a limitation on it, you would have to make a claim upon it. But we can't make a claim upon things outside of our own mind.
Outside of our minds are not limited. Okay.
Yeah, because we don't know what's out there, right? Like, I can't say aliens don't exist, right? Just because we don't have evidence of it. There's potential for aliens to exist. We don't know if they're there, but there is potential to be there. So I can't say they exist, and I can't say they don't exist. I have to remain agnostic about it to remain logically consistent. So I'm going to do that in this situation as well. I have no idea what's outside of my mind. There's potential for things to be objective outside of my mind. There's potential for things not to be objective outside of my mind. So I'm going to be taking the stance that there is a possibility that there is objective morals, but we cannot confirm that. So I don't believe in objective morality necessarily. I don't deny it, but I don't believe in it.
Okay, hold on. Okay, there are a few problems. Give me 1 second. So, firstly, one of the things you just said was that the outside of our minds is not limited. What's the proof that there's an outside of our minds?
What's the proof that there's an outside of our minds? Well,
yeah, what's the proof of the external world?
Well, you would have to take the stance that your inside of your mind is the only way, or is the only reality, right? That would be the stance, that this is our only reality that exists.
No, you can be agnostic.
Well, if you argue within your mind, right, and you say, yeah, you can be agnostic about it, sure, that works too. So if you're sitting there and you're like, all right, my reality is the only true reality, right? Or if my reality is a reality, you aren't able to move outside of that, right? And there is a potential or a possibility of the possibility that there's another world, right? Even if we can't confirm or deny that within our own mind. Well, you can't actually confirm that within your mind. You can confirm that there's a possibility that there's another reality within your own mind, and you have to accept that possibility. That's where the possibility of a possibility comes in.
Wait, hold on a second. So when I ask you what the proof is that there's something outside our minds, that what's the proof of the external world? You tell me there's a possibility of something outside our mind, right? But that doesn't really seem to clarify, right? Even if I accept the modality of this for just a moment, that doesn't tell me this is actually the case. This just tells me this is like logically possible. If we're accepting logical possibility as our standard of possibility now. So what's the proof that there's something actually outside of our minds?
My stance doesn't require the actual proof of an existence outside of our mind. My stance does require the proof of a possibility outside of our minds, and as you made it, it's logically possible. So the idea is that this is a possibility of a possibility, and that second possibility is the idea that objective or morals aren't objective or are objective, right? That's we don't know. So.
Well, what kind of possibility? So if you want, we can use logical possibility, and then we can profile that, right? Or we can use like nomological possibility. We can use epistemic possibility. Well, there are a few differences. So I mean, like the easiest one to just
is we can use that one.
Okay. Well, then if we're talking about logical possibility, right, then we would just confine it to, at the very least, the law of identity. Do you disagree with the law of non-contradiction?
Huh?
Do you disagree with the law of non-contradiction?
Logical possibility.
We agree on the law of identity, right?
What? A equals A? What about it?
Mm-hmm. You agree this is part of a lot, like the most foundational logical principle, right? If we were to characterize what logic is.
That's basically used in all logical principles. The law of non-contradiction is not really used in like pair-consistent, and excluded middle is not used in fuzzy. So, I mean, we can just use the law of identity, for example, right? Like.
Okay, so it would be the proof for like epistemologically denying or rejecting or dismissing or neglecting the law of non-contradiction. Why would we do that?
No, I'm not obligated to do that. That's not even within this debate right now.
Wait, hold on a second. So we moved through a few things, right? We're trying to discuss possibility so we can discuss which things to rule and not rule out. If you're going with like the broadest interpretation of possibility, sure, right? But then I'm going to question you on like your broadest interpretation of possibility, and there are a lot of problems that come up.
What would you say my broadest interpretation is?
It's just called epistemic possibility for all we know.
Okay, well, can we define what you exactly mean by epistemic possibility?
Epistemic possibility is merely saying that any proposition we would offer would be subject to a level of skepticism, given the fact that we could totally be wrong intuitively and about our logical principles.
It's literally
that's what you're describing.
Yeah. So, do you?
That's not Kant.
Yeah, it is.
No, Kant believes in necessary experiences. What are you talking about?
Well, whatever. We won't get in that discussion right now. I would argue with that,
okay.
But
wait 1 second. You don't think that Kant believes in like the necessity of spatiotemporality?
No, sir.
Well, it's not really a derail. It's just me asking you about a couple of things. When you made a few statements, and so I'm just clarifying.
It was an irrelevant statement on my part. Yeah.
Okay. So hold on a second.
You disagree with that or the empirical or not empirical the
epistemic possibility.
Epistemic possibility. That's it. Do you disagree?
I see no reason to accept it.
Okay, well, why?
I haven't been given any compelling reason so far.
Well, I mean, do you deny it? Do you actively deny it as well?
Nope, I'm just agnostic on that in particular.
Okay, well, then you would also be accepting the possibility that epistemic possibility is correct, right? Like, that's a possibility.
Wait, how would I be doing that?
Well, if you're not actively denying it and you're not actively accepting it, then I'm asking you if you're taking into consideration the possibility that it is correct. Hello?
Hold on a second. So, do you actively deny output?
I don't know what that is.
Are you agnostic on that?
I don't know what that is.
Well, can you tell me if you disagree, you agree, or if you're agnostic?
Well, I don't know what it is, so I can't really tell you if I agree, disagree, or am agnostic.
Yeah, and that's the point, right? I'm not exactly sure what epistemic possibility might look like. You're not sure what it might mean, what exactly that entails. So yeah, like again,
well, we're not
active.
Really...
Wait, well, do you agree that output is a possibility?
I agree that anything is a possibility. But
so output is a possibility?
Yes, I agree that anything is a possibility.
Okay, cool. So Then is it possible that you've just misinterpreted this entire conversation? You don't actually have a reason to believe in epistemic possibility?
It is a possibility. It's also possible that you're completely misinterpreting everything that's happening.
Of
And you just
course,
want
of
to see,
course.
you know,
So
does it
So then
matter?
if so then if it's the case that you might be wrong, right? We want to look at what's more likely. So let's go ahead and just examine the argument
Well,
so far. So you
dude,
said that we cannot, hold on a second. You said we cannot go outside of our minds. Therefore, there's any type of possibility. I asked about this a little bit more. You said our minds are limited, and then you said the outside of our minds is not limited. Then I asked you for proof of the external world, and you said there's no way to move outside of the mind, which doesn't tell me whether or
mhm.
not there's something outside of it. And you also told me there's a possibility of something outside our mind, which again doesn't tell me whether it's the case that there's something outside of our mind. So can you justify for me that there's some external world real quick?
Okay, so I've already demonstrated to you why I don't need to justify. My argument doesn't rely upon the fact that an outside world has to exist. It just relies upon the
Isn't
fact that a possibility of an outside world exists. And the idea I'm arguing is not what's more likely. You're arguing that an objective morality or moral exists, a moral set exists. But the problem is you have to be certain of that. You can't be even uncertain of that. You can't argue from likelihood there because you're arguing for objectivity, which is a certainty. So you cannot say, all right, well, let's look at what's more likely. The fact that you're already saying, well, since we can't confirm or deny anything we're talking about, we just have to move into what's likely. That's already basically conceding because you're not actually demonstrating to me what's happening.
okay, so two things. For one, are you admitting that you dropped the claim that there's something outside of our minds?
I'm just saying that there's a possibility of something outside of our minds. That was the clarification.
That's not what you said the first time. You said
Yeah, it's
that
a
it was something.
clarification. I said that the second time, though.
Okay, so then that's not what you believe. The first thing you said isn't what you mean. You don't
No,
believe that?
no. What I'm currently.
Okay,
I just
we'll
misspoke.
change the claim.
Yeah, the claim was supposed to be initially that there's a possibility of something else. So it wasn't meant to be like, oh yeah, a reality does exist outside of our mind. My mind could be the only reality, and that is also a possibility. We don't know though. We
Sure.
can't confirm or deny anything. It's just agnosticism. Have to remain agnostic about it. Can't move past it.
Sure, okay. And then the other thing I was gonna say is, hold on one second. So,
Okay.
are you not saying that it's objectively the case that there's any flavor of epistemic possibility?
It's not objectively the case. I'm not claiming that it's nothing is not the
So
case.
this is just an opinion. Wait, hold on. So it's just an opinion. So I don't have to accept this. Is it objectively the case or
Well,
not?
so we're arguing within our own subjective standards based upon an objective
Wait, so
model.
then you think so you're an epistemic anti-realist. You think your view is just a bunch of attitudes. Why do I give a fuck what you say?
Okay, so what you're arguing also right now is all subjective interpretations based upon an objective model. We're not actually able to
That's
reach
not my
objective
worldview.
truths. Well, your worldview is utilizing that regardless, because you've already accepted the idea that there is possibilities outside of our own reality and possibilities or possibilities of possibilities that basically mean that the realm of possibility is completely unlimited. So you would never be able to come to a certainty about anything. So you are also using subjective claims. Me utilizing them doesn't change anything. We're trying to base it on an objective model using like foundations of logic, like classical logic and things like that, to come to a consensus based upon those axioms. But we're not necessarily trying to move past those. And I don't know why you're trying to get this like gotcha of, oh, your claims are subjective. Well, then they're just wrong, right? Like we don't actually know if they're wrong. They could be correct, but
Well,
we don't
there
really
are two
know.
problems. So, for one, you just said that we're using classical logic, and you keep wavering between classical logic and epistemic logic, or excuse me, epistemic possibility. So, if we're talking a logical possibility, you're just dead wrong. Like this is going to be over in like 30 minutes. But
I
if you're
use
using
classical logic as
epistemic
an
poss,
example.
okay, so if you're just using it as an example, sure, right? But if you're using epistemic possibility, then this is the thing that you have to justify. So we're going to go back to the justification in about 2 seconds. But you just said that there's no objectivity within what you're saying, right? So your own worldview is defeating. Like
No,
you've
it's
self-defeated yourself, no?
No, I'm
Like
saying
wait,
nothing is certain, right? That's basically my claim. And again, my claims aren't certain of that. My claims can be correct. They also could be false, right? That's just how it is. That's the nature of all propositions. So me
wait, so
saying that and addressing that concept is not necessarily me conceding. It's not a self-defeating claim. Just saying my uncertain claims are uncertain is not self-defeating. If anything, that just furthers my position. I'm also claiming your claims are uncertain. So
sure. So hold on a second. You think it's uncertain that there's epistemic possibility?
it is uncertain.
So why would I believe in it?
Okay, because the idea is based on our own worldview, we have no way to demonstrate what is actually happening, right? We
But that's
don't
just
know.
uncertain, right? So why
Yeah,
would I
it's
believe in
completely
that?
uncertain. Our minds are uncertain. You are uncertain of that. You've already admitted
You
to
don't
uncertainty.
you
So
don't
it's
think that we should buy into things that are uncertain, right? So why would I buy into this? Why should anyone in here believe in this if it's uncertain, right? Because your argument originally, I mean, it's a simple conditional, right? If
well,
something's uncertain, then we ought not believe in it. Yeah, this thing, epistemic possibility is uncertain,
the
therefore we
nature of
ought
my
not believe in it.
argument has already addressed uncertainty, though. That's already happened. The idea is I'm pushing forward uncertainty as my lead horse for my argument. It's like, hey, we don't actually have the ability to confirm moral objectivity as
Are you
an
certain of
objective
that
truth.
statement?
I'm uncertain of that statement. That's the idea. It
So
doesn't
in
have.
this
It's not
debate, you've
necessarily correct or
established that
false.
you're. Wait, so in this debate, you've just established that you're not even sure what you believe in. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I am uncertain of it. What's wrong
Okay,
with
so
that?
you're not sure what you believe in. You're not sure if you're winning this debate. You're not sure if you've made any good claims. You're not
Hmm.
sure if this is the case. You made an argument that's basically saying that if it's the case that this type of metaphysical profile isn't fucking
I did do
certain,
that.
then we ought not believe in it. Okay, wait, hold on
Okay.
a second. Weren't you dismissing moral objectivism by saying
Well,
it's
wait. What
uncertain?
was that last part of that?
Yeah, you gave a metaphysical profiling such to say that if it's the case that we cannot prove for certain that there's moral objectivity, then it's the case that we ought not believe in moral objectivity, correct?
I'm saying we shouldn't believe moral objectivity for the reasons that you would have to make a 100% certain truth of something that we cannot actually confirm, because there's always the possibility that
Yeah,
another
that's what I
moral
said.
exists. Yeah, I was just making
Yeah,
sure.
so okay. So then you don't believe that you can give me an argument for moral subjectivism for one. For two, you believe that you actually I mean, you're not even sure if you have beliefs for two.
You
I mean,
know,
for three.
you can be
Mhm.
uncertain of something. You can totally be uncertain of something and still be correct, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Well, what if
I
all of
think
my
that
statements are uncertain but correct?
hold on a second. I think that sure, but you on the other hand, you're uncertain about that, are you not?
Okay. Well, if you think that, then why does it matter what I think? Because aren't we arguing from the position that you're pushing forward moral objectivity and I'm arguing that
Hmm.
we should remain agnostic about it, right? So if
Well,
I'm
I'm
arguing that, then it's your
implicatively.
worldview that we should be arguing about,
Mhm.
not mine.
Well, no, that's just wrong. You're arguing in favor of moral subjectivism unless you're going back on that, which was something I wanted to talk to you about because you're saying you're arguing in favor of moral agnosticism. That's not the same as moral subjectivity.
Well,
But
I just
another,
misused the word then, but yeah. You never asked me to
it
clarify.
sounds.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold on. So wait, when you say that something's subjective, you use this interchangeably with the word or use this synonymously with the word agnostic? So when I was
No.
saying just a minute ago, wait, hold on. When I was saying just a minute ago that I was agnostic about a given proposition, you took that as me saying that it was subjective?
Well, a lot of people interpret moral objective or moral subjectivism as the denial of moral um, objectivism, but I am denying it technically, but I'm not denying it in the regard that I'm saying this is wrong. I'm denying it in the way that this isn't necessarily correct. So it is a nuance, but that is what I meant by it initially. And then you never asked for clarification either, so I'm not actually
Hold on, but
backtracking.
what do you think wait, one thing. What do you think is more reasonable to say? That it's the case that you meant it in a proprietary way where what you actually meant was you weren't sure? Or do you think it's more likely to believe that you're using it the way that literally everyone else uses it, which is to say that we're merely reporting attitudes
I
about
was
given
using it.
ethical
I was using it.
propositions?
I wasn't necessarily using it in the way that people would more people would likely interpret it. All right, I wasn't using it in probably the most likely interpretation, but I am using it. It has been clarified at this point. It was clarified early on in the debate, and you continue to dispute it anyway. So this is actually a tangent and completely irrelevant to what I'm
Well,
talking about.
is it a tangent? Because it just seems as though you came into a debate where you don't even uphold the actual position that is being upheld. But sure,
Well,
let's
it
just
seems
grant for a
like you
minute.
weren't actually able to, you know,
Hmm.
like deny what I was saying because you can continue to dispute it even after I
Well,
made the point.
I'm talking about a moral factuality denialism, right? But if that's not what you're doing, we'll grant that just to be
Let's
nice.
let's move into
So
your
hold
like
on.
argument for moral
Oh, wait, one
objectivity.
second. Wait,
Okay.
one second. So hold on a second. You were saying just a minute ago, right, that you weren't certain about literally any of the claims you're making. So every proposition you've given is uncertain, and therefore it's not worth believing in. So at least from the perspective of
Why is
everyone
that?
in
Why is
this
that the
room,
case?
that's what you said. That's the implication of your
No.
argument.
Why are you saying that if a claim is uncertain, it's not worth to believe in?
That's your claim, is it not?
No, I never said that. What I'm claiming is that uncertainty encompasses all propositions. That
And we
doesn't
should
mean
be
you shouldn't.
skeptical of those propositions, right?
I obviously believe in certain propositions, right? Like I don't necessarily think they're 100% true, but I do believe in them. So I'm not entailing uncertainty with disbelief because that would debunk my position. But I'm not arguing that. What I'm arguing.
Wait, so there's
is,
something you objectively know?
no, there's nothing I objectively know.
Okay, so you don't objectively know that. Okay, now let's get back to what you're
I
saying.
don't have to objectively know something to completely believe it. Where are you getting that? Why are you making this connection?
You said at the beginning your criticism of moral objectivism would be that it's uncertainly the case. So, I mean, given the fact that you've said that, it seems to be the case that you would say that anything, any proposition that's uncertain is necessarily not worthy of justification and therefore not worthy of being considered knowledge, right?
Well, no,
and if
I'm not making that. No, what's happening there is arguing that it's uncertain, right? And if it's uncertain and you're making a claim that is certain, then there is a problem.
Wait, you don't think that you can argue that something's probabilistic? You don't think you can argue a category is probabilistic?
If you're arguing that something is probably certain, don't you think that's a little contradictory?
Probably certain.
Because then it's
where
not
are you getting
objective
certainty
anymore, right?
from?
Well,
wait, where are you getting certainty from?
Objectivity entails certainty.
Wait, so hold on. Do you think science is just like... You think science is just a bunch of like people saying this is subjectively the case? No, wait, do you think people in science are saying that given predictions are subjective?
Yes, they should be.
Wait, hold on, but are they?
Well, does it matter if they are or not? Isn't that an appeal to authority?
Wait, hold on. It's completely... No, it's not an appeal to authority. I'm looking at the... Hold on.
Right?
You're talking... Okay, you got to answer my argument. You can't just like keep responding to stuff I'm not saying.
Go ahead.
So... What I'm saying, right, is that if it's the case that scientists will sit here and make predictions that are supposed to map onto the world, okay, and they think that's objective, then it seems to be the case that we can make objective claims without necessarily saying that they're conceptually necessary, right?
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
If we make objective claims, we don't necessarily have to believe that they themselves are necessary.
If you make objective claims, you don't have to believe those claims are necessary?
Yep.
Necessary for what?
Like necessarily true. Like there's a chance that they're wrong.
Well, no, you can't do that. If you're making an objective claim, you have to believe it is certain.
So when someone says God exists, right, and they're an evidentialist and they're arguing something like the Kalam cosmological argument.
Well, if they're arguing God probably exists, and if they're arguing God probably exists or God certainly exists, that's different, right? If they're arguing God objectively exists, they're arguing God certainly exists. So there can't be any room for doubt in that sentence, but there is, right? So it's contradictory.
Wait, so hold on. What about the view of moral objectivism necessitates that I sit here and say it's conceptually necessary?
Conceptually necessary, like true, like objective morality
like necessarily
has to
the case.
Exist.
Yep. Yeah. What about that view espouses that particular belief? Why can't I argue it? Wait, hold on a second. I'm asking you, what about me being a moral objectivist necessitates that I necessarily have to sit here and argue probabilistically, or rather non-probabilistically? I have to argue deductively.
Because you're arguing morals objectively exist, right? So what you're arguing is morals certainly exist, and if you can't argue morals certainly probably exist, right? Those two sentences are contradictory. It just doesn't make sense.
But what about my view espouses that morality is certainly objective?
Certainly objective. Well, what's your argument?
Is there... Wait, hold on. I'm asking you. You made a claim. You said that this is applicable to my view. Is this not applicable to my view, evidently? Can you not justify this claim?
Which part is applicable to your views?
You said that my view affirms that morality is necessarily objective, right? I'm asking for the evidence for that claim.
Okay, well, you're arguing objectivity, right? What's your definition of objectivity?
Mind independent.
Mind independent. Okay, so
yep.
Mind independent, you wouldn't be able to confirm that, correct?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to confirm that completely.
Okay, so if you're not able to confirm that completely, then it's uncertain, right?
Wait, hold on. This is just almost begging the question. I need specific proof. You're saying, but I need you to provide proof for this specific claim. What's the claim that moral objectivism necessitates that I argue that this is logically necessary?
Trini, I want you to go back to what you said.
Hold on, you're dodging. Wait, you're just dodging. Wait, hold on. I gave you a question. Wait, I just gave you a question and you didn't answer it. Are you going to answer the question?
Because you tried to move past the other sentence real quick because you realized you fucked up. So, what we're going to do
Okay, sure. Hold on a second. What's the answer to that question? Why are you dodging?
Repeat the question. Well, I'm trying to move back to something you're trying to cover up. That's why I'm not answering it directly.
I literally asked you the question before you spoke.
No,
so
you
I mean, like,
didn't. You answered it
Wait,
after.
I didn't?
No, you.
Okay, sure. So just answer my question.
Okay,
What
well,
about
repeat the
moral
question
objectivism? What about moral objectivism affirms that it's logically necessary for me to say that it's certain?
Okay, so moral objectivism is the idea that morals are completely certain. We have a foundational belief, or a moral
What's
is
the proof of
completely
that claim?
certain. All
What's the
right,
proof
well,
of that claim?
here, we'll look up what moral objectivism is. Moral objectivism, the view that what is right or wrong doesn't depend on what anyone thinks is right or wrong. That is the view that the moral facts are likely physical facts. So a fact, let's look up what a fact is. I already know where this goes, but is a thing that is proved to be true. What does true mean?
You're asking me?
No, I'm just going through. Yeah.
It's just like a situationally correspondent statement.
In accordance with fact, reality, or certainty. See the problem?
Yeah. So reality
You're arguing
or certainty.
Fact, which is a certainty. So, and if
Wait,
you're
hold on a second.
that,
Wait, hold on. Read that definition for me again.
which one? Fact, moral, or
Fact.
fact? Fact is a thing that is known to be proved to be true.
And then what's true?
True?
Mm-hmm.
The quality or state of being true, which is in accordance with fact or reality, certainty.
Wait, hold on. Where are you getting this definition from?
Merriam-Webster.
Merriam-Webster? Oh, okay. Well, I want you to look at the Oxford Pocket Dictionary's definition.
Okay.
Yeah. True just means in accordance with fact or reality, which is just to say the thing that's known or proven to be true. All knowledge is just true and justified belief. Just a true and justified belief.
We're just kind of bouncing back and forth there. We're not actually going any lower. The lower state is certainty, right? Because if something is a fact and something is true of reality, we can certainly say that.
Do you deny induction?
What's induction?
You don't know what induction is? Okay.
I do.
It's just basically.
But, yeah.
Okay, so you don't. Wait, do
just
you or do you do not deny?
Wrong, just in case.
Okay, sure. If you don't know, that's fine. So do you deny probabilistic reasoning?
No, you can use probabilistic reasoning. That's fine.
Wait, so why can't I use probabilistic reasoning to assess moral realism?
Because moral realism entails certainty. You have to use certainty within making an objective claim. All objective claims require certainty.
Wait, all objective claims require certainty. So wait, probabilistic reasoning subjective?
Probabilistic well, if you're saying that, hey, this is likely to be correct, that is a subjective claim. Yes, because you're not actually able to demonstrate that any of the because probability is determined by how many situations happen, right? So if like say we were racing, right, and I beat you 3 out of the 5 races, we can say that it's likely that I'm faster than you, right? Or that I can beat you in a race 3 out of 5 times, so that makes me a better racer. But we actually don't know if I won those races. And certainly, so the idea is that even that probabilistic claim is subjective.
Wait, hold on. You're wavering between 2 definitions or interpretations of probability. Is it the subjective case or the mathematical case?
Well, mathematical and whatever you're defining as a subjective case are both subjective.
No, these are mutually exclusive, and they're both mutually exclusive with
in what
logicism of. Well, okay. The frequency interpretation of probability is just to say that of some given events, this amount of times will be mapped onto those amount of events. That's the frequency interpretation. The subjective interpretation is what you're trying to get at, which is just for reporting attitudes. These are mutually exclusive. One talks about truth correspondent affairs, and then the other one is just like whatever you're describing, like
I wasn't
attitude
defining
and report.
It there. No, I'm arguing. What I'm arguing is
which probability are we talking about?
Okay, I'm using the mathematical definition. Like they're measuring the amount of events that happen in order to measure the probability of another event happening. Right, that's what they're doing. So when they're doing that, right, they're not actually able to confirm that any of the events that have happened had even happened or that happened in the way they said it happened, right? They're not able to do that. And with an experiment, like say you perform an experiment to do probability or test probability, right? You can perform an experiment 100 times and get the same result, but that the next 100 times could be completely different, right? Or the next 200 times could be completely different. So you're not actually able to determine probability to a certainty. Experimentation is flawed, our epistemology is flawed. So when you're performing those experiments, you have to take into consideration that you aren't necessarily correct, that your stance is still subjective. So no claim is free from subjectivity, even if you are making the claim that morals are probably certain, which is self-contradictory, but it's still subjective even then.
Okay, there are a few things here to say. I mean, for one, I think there's a difference to be made, and I think it's rather clear. There's a difference to be made. There's a difference to be made between that which is subjectively impacted and that which is itself just subjective, right? So there's a difference between a mental object and then something that's interactive with our mind. Would you agree with that, or do you disagree?
What do you define as a mental object, and what are you describing as interacting with our mind?
Some given object instantiated by our consciousness.
Okay. And then you're saying there's a difference between that and what?
Just some given object that we are perceiving.
Isn't that the same thing?
No. Do you think every person who interacts with like reality is like an idealist?
What? How'd you get that?
An idealist. Well, hold on a second. If perceptual objects and then mind predicated objects are in fact the same, right? Then there's no external world. So, by the way, you would have to deny the possibility of the external world. So, which is
how are you saying
is
there's no external world?
Wait, hold on. I'm asking you. Is it the case that there's an external world, or is it not the case?
Well, I already told you I'm remaining agnostic about that, as my position isn't reliant.
Wait, so are you ruling it out, or are you not ruling it out?
I'm not ruling it out, but I'm not also.
Wait, so then you can't make a conflation between perceptual objects and then those objects which are mind predicated. There's a distinction.
Well, so yeah. Wait, hold on. You're arguing a mind. You defined a mind conflated object or whatever. That mind.
I didn't say mind conflated. I said mind predicated. What are you talking
mind predicated about? Object as something that we are utilizing our consciousness, like what we interact with and within our consciousness, right?
That's a perceptual object. That's not what I was talking about.
Okay, well, what's the mind-predicated object then?
Okay, so you disagreed with something you weren't even sure of. Okay, what I was saying
I think you just misdefined it, because that's what I heard.
Hold on. Look up subjective. Look up subjective on Google. Okay. This is what we're talking about. A mind-dependent object.
Is that what you're looking at right now? Is that where you're getting your arguments from?
Yeah. I mean, you've been typing away the whole time on Merriam-Webster. I'm totally looking it up.
I'm just fucking with you.
It's all good, buddy.
Based on influence or personal feelings, tastes, or opinions, where's the mind-independent object at?
That's literally what that means. Based on feelings, based on personal attitudes. Yeah, that's mind predication.
I mean, if you're just describing it as subjectivity, then, I mean, you just use subjectivity for clarification.
Well, you said it was, okay, so you said the case a minute ago that probabilistic reasoning was itself subjective. And so when I gave you a little bit of pushback, my question was this, right? Is it the case that we can conflate perceptual objects with mind predicatory objects, or are we not making this case? Because if you're not making that case, then you can't then say that probabilistic reasoning is itself on the basis of the argument you originally made. Therefore, now subjective.
So a mental object is something we can perceive and interact with, right? But a conceptual object is like one that we can just think of, right? Or one that we can just like conceive and not necessarily interact with.
Yeah, I'm making a distinction here between a perceptual object and then like a mind-predicated object. Okay. For you to make the claim that there's even the possibility of an external world, right, you have to now not rule out. On your view, you have to now not rule out that it's the case that they're mind external objects, correct?
Yeah, there could be.
Wait, hold on a second. So a minute ago, you were saying we couldn't use probabilistic reasoning non-subjectively. So are you making an objective claim? Wait, hold on.
Oh,
hold on a second.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a second.
Non-subjectively.
Wait 1 second then. All right. So then my question would be, how are we going to then conflate perceptual objects and then mental objects, right? Because this would actually rule out the idea of mind X-dependency. This would rule out the idea of there being even the possibility of an external world on your view.
It doesn't
so
rule
which
it
is
out. No, mine
Yeah, it does.
utilizes it. No, it's saying that there could potentially be an external world, and there also potentially isn't.
It
And the
sounds like
idea is conceptual
there's a
objects.
contradiction.
That's not a contradiction. It's not confirming or denying the possibility of something, which is fine. You can totally remain agnostic about something. I'm not necessarily contradicting myself for saying I don't know if a God exists, right? Like, that's not contradictory. That's the same thing
That's
here.
not the thing I'm talking about.
That's what I'm arguing, though, and that's what whatever you're arguing against. If it's not that, then you're arguing against something I am not arguing.
Hold on a second. I'm talking about the implications of your argument.
Well, you're arguing right now that for some reason I'm going to be combining like conceptual objects and non-conceptual objects into one if I use like my worldview, which I don't know why I would be doing that for one. But for two, what would be the problem with that even if I did?
Hold on a second.
Okay. Ah! I feel sick.
Okay, hold on. This is the thing I'm talking about. Can you look in chat?
There's a possibility. There is the possibility of mind external object. There's the possibility of the outside. There are no mind external objects. All objects are dependent upon. There are no mind external objects. All objects are dependent on our interpretation of them. Where are you getting there are no mind external objects? Where did I ever claim that?
Well, that's what it seemed like you were saying when you were making a conflation between perceptual objects and mental objects, right? For you to make that claim,
I never
right?
made that claim. So that's not
Okay, so when you said, hold on a second. So when you said earlier that it was the case that probabilistic reasoning and probabilistic reports are all just themselves subjective, I said that we should introduce a distinction between perceptual objects and mental objects, right? And then you said in response that you actually weren't sure and you weren't really convinced. In fact, you were
being
convinced
sure isn't
otherwise.
necessarily me saying that we shouldn't or should, though. I'm just
Wait,
not.
hold on a second. So you told me that you were in fact convinced of the opposite case, and so that's what I'm pressing back on.
What was I convinced of? What claim specifically?
You were convinced that perceptual objects and then mental objects are conflationary. They're one and the same.
Established I didn't really understand what you were arguing. Like immediately after that, and then you were like, "Oh, so you were trying to argue against something you didn't understand?" Like you.
Wait, what the heck? Why is it that every time I catch you on a contraction, you tell me that you don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I didn't.
The contradiction would be that it would be a contradiction.
I don't actually remember even like what was I where did you get I was even conflating them? Like what sentence like made you think that I conflated?
You quite literally. So when I introduced the distinction, because you were saying that probabilistic reasoning is subjective when we were talking about the racetrack analogy or hypothetical, I said, yeah, we should make a distinction between perceptual and mental objects, and you were like, actually, I'm not willing to make that distinction. And then your reasoning for that was...
Where are you getting that? Where did I never said, no, don't do that.
Wait, hold on. So you actually don't... Wait, hold on. So this isn't the argument you're making? Okay, sure. What's the argument then?
Well, I already told you what my argument was. My argument
So wait, what's the...
That there's the possibility that the realm of possibility is not limited, or we have no way to limit it. So therefore, the possibility is unlimited. Therefore, innumerable possibilities, and innumerable possibilities lead to non-objective structures. We don't know what could be in that innumerable possible set. We can't confirm or deny any of them. So you cannot claim that any moral set is necessarily the case within.
Wait, hold on. This is what I was talking about. I'm going to get back to that in a minute, but I was talking about probabilistic reasoning. Why is it the case that probabilistic reasoning is subjective?
Okay, so when you perform an experiment, right, you might do it once, maybe twice. So let's say for this situation, you perform the experiment 5 times, right? And say the experiment is lighting a match and seeing if it burns, right? 5 out of 5 times you light the match and it burns all the way down. Now, let's say in another situation, you decide to do it 11 times. And the first 5 do the same thing that the original experiment did. Experiment A did. That all 5 matches burn down. But on the next 6, they actually don't burn, right? So now we've actually found a situation where it's not necessarily probable that these matches are burning. And the idea is we can't perform the same experiment an infinite amount of times, right? We just can't do it. So the idea is even if you get the same result 1,000,000 times, it doesn't mean it's necessarily probable because it could be 1,000,000,000 times in the other way.
Wait, hold on. So wait, what do you mean by probable then? If
Well,
it's the case that we repeat an experiment 1,000,000 times, right? And then of those 1,000,000 times, it maps out onto literally 1,000,000 of those times. What would it mean for it to be non-probable in that case?
Okay, well, you would have to say that it wasn't 1,000,000 times, right? Like we'd be arguing from within our own like epistemology. We'd say like, all right, well, it was 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000 times, so this is probably the case. And then if
Hold
it
on.
wasn't 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000 times, or let's say it was like 400,000 times out of 1,000,000 times, we'd say this is probably not the case.
Hold on. So like let's just like keep this to your framework for a second. You repeat an experiment 1,000,000 times, and 1,000,000 times the prediction that you offered has come true.
Uh-huh.
You're saying that this can be non-probable?
It potentially is, yeah. That's why it's subjective. Like even if you're arguing from probability or arguing a probable stance, it isn't necessarily certain either.
So what do you mean by probable?
Well, probable is well, we already defined this. I don't know why you're asking me this again, but it's the set of events. You have a set of events, right? And say there's only 2 possibilities within this event A, or possibility 1 and possibility 2, and possibility 1 happens more times in these series of events, then you would say possibility 1 is more probable than possibility 2. That's what probability is. But there's the idea that that experiment could be repeated, and then those experiments don't yield the same results. So now possibility 2 is probably more probable than possibility 1. That was a joke, by the way, if anyone remembered my name, but
Okay. Well, all right. So like, is this what you're saying? Just to make sure that if we do it 1,000,000 times, there could be 2,000,000 more times after we do it the first 1,000,000 times, where it's the case that our prediction fails. Is that what you're saying?
Wait, can you repeat that?
So we conduct an experiment 3,000,000 times. At the 1,000,000 mark, we're saying, "Oh my God, this is like very probable given the fact that it's happened 1,000,000 out of 1,000,000 times." And then the next 2,000,000 times, it stops being the case.
Yep.
You're saying that would be your refutation. Wait, hold on. Then in that case, sure, but either you're going to run into an infinite regress here. You're going to run into like the Grim Reaper paradox over here. Or you're going to have to bite the bullet and say that we can assess a probability here. So wait, which is it? Is it the case that now it is, in fact, of these 3,000,000 events, there are a total of 3,000,000 options that we can try, or rather, a total of 3,000,000 experiments that we can run? If 99% of them match our prediction, is our prediction not probable?
It would be probable within our epistemology and based on our experiments, but
So it would be probable.
It'd be probable subjectively. You know, it's still there's still the possibility it's not necessarily probable, right? Like that's just how it is.
So wait, hold on. So give me the case where this would be non-probable if we only have 3,000,000 experiments and 90% of them have actually matched this expectation we had in mind.
Are you saying like we are only able to do 3,000,000 experiments and those have already been taken up and we can't like redo the 3,000,000 experiments? Like we just have to
Correct.
use this set. All right.
Yep.
Well, there's the possibility that those 3,000,000 or that 99% set, right, are all anomalies. Something weird happened that caused them to behave that way, and that's why they became our prediction.
Nope, this is just the only set, so I'm like, it couldn't be anomalous, right?
No, this is the only set of experiments we pulled. So this set.
No, I'm saying that there are only 3,000,000 of
anomalies.
these occurrences. No, I'm saying that there are only 3,000,000 of these occurrences, right? So we're examining. It's a 90% case that our expectation is matched.
What exactly are you asking me? Like,
So
you asked me to
something.
tell you
Let's
why
just.
like this couldn't be, or like why this isn't necessarily the case, right? Or why this isn't necessarily probable. But I just told you that it's not necessarily probable because all 99 sets could have been anomalies, and that's not actually what probably happens.
Okay, sure. So we have 3,000,000 events, right? Let's just call it Event X. Event X happens 3,000,000 times ever. Never happens again. Never happened before. Now, we say that we have prediction P. Prediction P maps onto 90% of those 3 million events. What is the case for this being non-probable? How would you possibly make it non-probable?
What do you mean? I just described to you how to make it non-probable. You say that
there are only 3 million events, 90% of them match prediction P. Yeah. How do we make this non-probable?
You just say that this 90% is an anomaly. Like, what don't you understand about that? Like, why is that hard to grasp?
Wait, there are only 3 million. Okay, this only happens 3 million times. 90% of them
are an anomaly. Do you know what an anomaly is?
What's an anomaly?
Okay, let's define it. That way I don't get it wrong.
So you don't even know?
No, yeah. I know what it is. I have a pretty good idea about it.
Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Okay.
Yeah. An anomaly is something that deviates from what is the standard or normal or expected, right?
Wait, so you think a 90% matching expectation deviates from what's expected? This is silly.
It potentially is. It's silly. No, because what could be happening there is like there's another set, right? That's 4 million, and that could.
Wait, hold on. The given of the case was that there is no other set.
I'll tie back into it. I'll tell you, there is no other set. This is the only set we have, right? But this set is inherently limited by the fact that we are, or is inherently limited by a 3 million number, right? But there's still like in every experiment, we don't limit it to that. It can have more than 3 million. So the problem is when you're performing that experiment, even if it gives you 90% results this way, right? Those 90% can be an anomaly with every experiment we can make. There's not well, I can't say there is not, but every experiment that I've ever seen make is not limited by that 3 million number. And if we are limiting it to that 3 million number, it's not representative of the arguments you would be able to make.
Wait, hold on a second. So you agree in this case that it's necessarily probabilistic?
No, it's not necessarily probabilistic.
Okay, so give me the case where it's not probabilistic in the 3 million event E case.
Because those 3 million, or that 90% of the 3 million, could be anomalies.
Based on what?
Based on the fact that this is also not this isn't what normally happens, right? This isn't how
Wait, hold on. Occurs. 3 million events, and prediction P maps onto 90% of them. Yeah. How is it the case that this is non-probable? How could we render this non-probable if there are only 3 million events?
Because
how
do you do
anomalies?
So let's
you keep saying they could be anomalies. What's the evidence that there could be an anomaly? Give me an instantiation of that.
So let's say this experiment we're having is we're flying kites or not flying.
Oh shit! I got you, dude.
No, okay,
keep going.
If we're like, say we're dropping golf balls and we're seeing how fast they fall, right? And they fall the same speed, 90% of the 3 million attempts, right? Well, the reason they could be falling at that rate is due to the fucking door being open in the room, right? And it's causing them to behave that way. But that's not actually how they behave in a neutral environment. So that situation that you're describing doesn't describe a necessary truth. It describes a potentially flawed experiment.
Wait, hold on. No one's saying it's necessary. We're just saying that it's probably the case. No, I'm just saying that it's probably the case. So I need you to argue specifically. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. I need you to argue. So you said that it could be flawed, right? It's already been presupposed within the question and then explicitly supposed that it's the case that, yeah, it's been properly controlled for. So can you explain to me how if prediction P maps onto... It's just a properly neutral experiment, right? So prediction P matches on to 90% of these events. How do you render it non-probable?
If you could somehow demonstrate that something is necessarily in the same environment, right? It's completely neutral environment. There are no other exterior factors playing a part on the experiment. And that... Did you stop? But...
Oh, sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
So when someone is doing this and that you have an environment that has an experiment, or an environment that has an experiment that has an environment that's completely neutral, right? We are able to somehow prove this. You'd never be able to do that in any experiment, but it's a completely neutral environment, and that all of these experiments were performed exactly the same way with no difference in measurement, no difference in testing. You know, they were all completely identical, and you were somehow able to demonstrate that this is necessarily the case, then yes, you could say that it is necessarily probable. But the problem with that example is it's not representative of reality or representative of the experiments we perform every day, so you cannot apply that to our current argument.
Wait, I was just giving you a proof by contradiction, right? You said that it's the case that probability and probabilistic reasoning is subjective. So when I push you on this particular example, right, you have to now be able to explain to me why the 90% expectation rate that maps on to the event is now non-probable.
What are you saying?
Otherwise, my proof. Well, basically, what I'm saying is that I'm offering a proof by contradiction, right? Oh, we're playing that now? We're offering a proof by contradiction, right? So if you say it's the case that probabilistic reasoning is subjective, and I show you a case where it's necessarily true, aren't you in a pickle?
Well, the problem is the case where you showed me it's necessarily true isn't a case that can be applied to our situation. So no.
But hold on, this is just a probabilistic reasoning assessment, right?
You're using assumptions that you're using necessary assumptions, right? Like you're assuming in the situation that multiple factors are objectively already the case. So
wait, so hold on a second. So then probabilistic reasoning can be objective, but it's very limited.
You're like, it can be objective if we assume other objective things within it, right? Like, obviously, anything can be correct if you assume axioms, but that doesn't change anything.
Wait, so hold on a second. So you agree that probabilistic reasoning actually isn't subjective? It's just oftentimes employed through proofs that. Oh, no. Okay. So what about that case that I've offered is non-probable?
Because you're using objective interpretations within the argument, right? You're using objective standards, objective axioms within it, right? You're saying this is objectively a factor that is non-limited. You're saying it's objectively measured the same way. It's all of these situations, these factors are objective within this experiment, can make my experiment objective, right? That's what you're saying.
Probabilistic reasoning isn't incompatible with objectivity. Wait, hold on. So probabilistic reasoning isn't incompatible with objectivity. Yeah, that's the point, right?
Okay.
So you said it was subjective. Can you show me it's the case? Wait, hold on. Show me the case where we can then say that this is non-probable. Otherwise, you are agreeing that probabilistic reasoning is compatible with objectivity.
I already showed you that what you're doing is assuming axioms, and if you are assuming axioms, then you're not actually demonstrating that something is the case.
Wait, hold on. So you agree that probabilistic reasoning is compatible with objectivism? There's not a contradiction here, so it's logically possible. You're an epistemic possibility guy. Wait, hold on.
Use probability alone, and you can't assume any other factors. You're not actually using probability. What you're using is probability in alongst with other things, other factors, right? So use probability alone. Dude. Use probability alone, and then show me how it is compatible with objectivism.
I don't think you can use probability alone.
Oh, so it's not compatible then, motherfucker. Sounds like.
Wait, hold on. What's the argument for it being? Wait, what's the argument for its incompatibility? Give the argument.
I'm not arguing its incompatibility. I'm not arguing.
Okay, so then shut the fuck up. You've got nothing. Well, okay, what's the argument that it's incompatible? What? What are you talking? Okay, what was the concession? What was my claim and what was the counterclaim? What was my claim? What was the counterclaim?
You're arguing that you were asking me whether or not probability was objective, right? Or like it can be compatible with objectivism. It can be compatible with objectivism. And then you were like, yeah, probability alone isn't compatible with objectivism. So you literally just fucking conceded, retard.
Wait, hold on. So wait, probability not being able to suffice itself means that it's now incompatible with objectivism?
Yeah, because you're asking me about probability specifically.
Oh shit, dude. So wait, I want the argument for that specifically. Wait, hold on. What's the argument? So probability isn't. Wait, hold on. Probability isn't self-sufficient. Therefore, it's now non-objective. What's the argument for that?
I want to ask you something.
Wait, hold on. You want to get into a meta conversation? Give me the answer. Wait, hold on. Probability is not self-sufficient. Therefore, probability is now non-objective. Give me the justification.
I never made the claim.
Oh shit! So we're gonna rest on the best explanation here. Probability is compatible with objectivism. Yep. Okay. So probability is compatible with objectivism. Now let's go back to what I was saying. Probabilistic reasoning can suffice to explain.
You can't make that claim.
Sure. What was the statement that I made, and what was the direct contradiction?
Okay, you already said that probability is compatible with objectivism, and then I was like, well, no, not necessarily, and then you agreed. You agreed that it's not alone; it's not necessarily compatible. So you can't say you're just.
Wait, when did I say that?
Assumption now.
Wait, when did I say that?
You said that.
When did I say that?
A minute ago.
What was my exact statement?
Okay, you said that you asked me the question, is probability compatible with objectivism? And I was like, no, it isn't. And I gave my argument for it. And then you were like, let me get the exact wording right. Let me think about it. You said, oh, so probability is compatible with objectivism then, right? And then I was like, no. And then you were like, all right, yeah, probability alone isn't compatible with objectivism.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Words. You were saying probability alone.
I said that. I said that we
This is what you
couldn't
were
use
originally arguing.
probability. I said that we couldn't use probability to prove
Alone.
any proposition purely by itself, because probability itself is literally founded upon deduction.
Exactly.
Hold on,
exactly.
give me a minute. What? All right, as you're saying now. So what about me saying that probability can be self-defensive? Necessitates that it's now incompatible with objectivism.
I'm not saying it's incompatible though. You're just assuming that's a part of my stance.
Wait, hold on. That would be the only way. So that would be the only way to say you got a
Stop.
concession out of me. My claim was that probability is compatible with objectivism. So now you need to provide to me the direct contradiction, either that's an implication on my view or an explication that I've just offered. So can you do either of those two things?
So what you did was you're saying that I would have to hold a stance that it's not necessarily the case for a probability being reliant upon objectivism. But I already told you that I can have a neutral stance and still make you concede that. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I have a positive or negative stance on it or if I'm agnostic on it. If you contradict yourself, you concede the stance, and you already did.
So what's the proof that I contradicted myself?
You said in one situation that you were that probability, you just said probability, didn't say anything else, was compatible with objectivism, and then in another situation you were like, a probability alone isn't compatible with objectivism. So those two sentences are contradictory. What you're saying is,
wait, what was that second sentence?
Probability alone isn't compatible with objectivism.
When did I say that?
You said that earlier, like a few minutes ago. What do you want me to say?
So can you give me the context of the conversation and then tell me exactly what I said?
The context of the conversation is exactly what it is right now. I'm sorry that you have a goldfish brain and can't remember more than 7 seconds.
What? So when I ask you to provide me evidence for your claim that I've conceded, you're going, what? Okay, get on the recording then.
Yeah, whoever has
Get the recording. Weren't you recording? Didn't you say at the beginning of the conversation?
No.
Bro, I'm gonna record this. Is that cool? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I had to read.
Oh my god, dude, you're running. Okay, let's just get off the meta conversation. Who cares? So again, is it the case that probability is incompatible with objectivism, given the case that it's non-self-sufficient?
It's not necessarily incompatible or compatible.
So what do you think is probably the case here, right? Do you think it's the case that probabilistic reasoning is, in fact, compatible with objectivism, or do you think it's not?
I don't have a position on it. I'm
not asking you to be. Wait, hold on. Do you think every position that? Wait, hold on. So you don't know if just a few seconds ago you were having a fucking hallucination. Your dementia brain with holes in it is just sitting here, getting you to start fibbing and getting. Well, hold on. I'm making a point. Hold on. So you're gonna just answer the question before I even finish, right? So hold on. You could totally be wrong, yet you're convinced that I conceded, right?
I could totally be wrong. I could have conceded.
Hold on, so you can totally have this belief regardless of whether or not it's certain, because you could have totally have been wrong about that, right?
I know it entails uncertainty, Trini. That's
hold on. So you can hold on. So you can believe something regardless of whether it's uncertain. Okay, case proven. All right, so let's get back to the moral objectivism debate.
Well, it sounds to me like you're not actually able to debunk me because you're making a certain claim.
Wait, hold on. You agree with this? Wait, hold on a second. You literally agree with this. You have a belief. You have a fairly strong belief, in fact, that I just conceded in this conversation, and this is based upon a probabilistic assessment.
I do believe so, but I'm uncertain if I actually did.
Wait, hold on. You're not answering. Do you think that it's probably the case that I conceded?
No, I can't make a claim on it. I can say it's probably the case.
Oh,
it would still be subjective in itself.
Oh, shit. So wait, it's just an opinion that I conceded. It's not a fact?
Yeah, it would be. All
so it's just an opinion.
I don't know why you're going back to this. We already went over this earlier, but yeah.
Hold on, because I want to keep hammering this in. So you're just giving me your fees whenever you say that I conceded.
Ad nauseum.
Wait, hold on a second. So is it the case? I'm just getting you to agree here. So is it the case that it's just your feelings that I conceded? Is that your feeling?
Well, my feelings aren't actually indicative of reality, so I mean.
Yeah, so is that just your feeling?
It is or isn't. It doesn't matter now, does it?
So hold on. Is it just your feelings that I conceded?
Listen to what I said.
Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Is it just your feelings that I conceded?
Listen to what I said. What was my?
You're not answering.
What was my response? I did. What was my response?
Your response is that feelings aren't indicative of reality. So I want a direct answer.
Why is that relevant?
Hold on. Hold on. I answered your question. You haven't answered mine. Hold on, you haven't answered. So is it the case that it's just your feelings that I conceded? Is it just your feelings that you're winning the debate? Oh,
yes, sure.
Okay. All right, Squirt. Let's get back to the original topic. So what I'm interested in, right, is why can't I produce an abductive explanation for precisely why we should accept robust moral
saying
realism?
Something is probably certain is self-contradictory.
What about moral objectivism necessitates that it's necessarily the case?
Because objective means certainty. If you're saying something is true, something is a fact, and is a certainty of reality, then you would be entailing.
Wait, do you think every fact is based on certainty? You don't think we can have probabilistic facts? Again, this is just to deny science. You think that in science and statistics and pretty much every other field.
What is this?
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, you said that. Do you think that? I don't remember what the fucking question was, but it was something like.
Goldfish memory.
Because you just fucking said like 3 things in a row, so I didn't process.
You can't remember 4 things? Okay, dude.
I can. Anyways, it just depends on the situation. But what you were saying was that
Okay, dude. What the fuck? Look, I just want to know why I can't make the likely case or the abductive case for moral objectivity, right? All I believe in is the categoricity of moral reason giving. That's all I think. He's probably doing something.
You sound like the Joker, my nigga. Get back.
Hell no. No, I'm just kidding, bro. Is that you, Leo? What's up, bro?
What's good, bro?
Not too much. I'm just talking to Noodles over here, bro.
Were you using like the
I'm gonna give him
Jeopardy music or whatever the fuck that was? Like, oh.
Nah, I was playing the Star Wars Cantina, bro.
Yeah.
He said Arrow wasn't biased to beating up Superman. I'm dead.
Sorry, I'm back.
Goes back on me.
Yo, what's up?
All right. So what I was saying was, what was the last thing we were on?
Wait, hold on. You were saying that I said something and there was an issue, but you never got out those words, so I'm not sure. What were you about to say?
What was just your last argument? We'll push from there.
Well, I just said that I wanted to return to the idea that we can have probabilistic facts, in which case then I can indicate that it's likely the case that we have moral objectivism, right? Nothing about moral objectivism until certain claims.
I remember now. So you're telling me that something can be probably the case, right? But that in itself is uncertain, or probably certain. But that in itself is uncertain. So that's the problem.
Probabilistic assessment is uncertain. Yeah, that's why it's probability.
Yes, exactly.
Duh.
No, it's not. No, if you were saying something is probably the case, something is probably true, right? That in itself is a truth claim. You're claiming this is.
Wait, hold on a second.
You're claiming
so you think
experiment are happening?
Wait, so you think it's oxymoronic to say that something is probably certain, but then you're going to simultaneously tell me that something is certainly probable? That's probable? Like.
No, I'm not arguing that anything is necessarily probable or that anything is necessarily certain.
So you don't believe in any type of necessity?
Necessity, yes, obviously. That was like from the very beginning.
Wait, okay, so you do believe in a type of necessity. So you think it's a fact that there are types of necessities?
No.
Wait, hold on. So wait, which is it? Is it the case that we do have necessities or we don't? Which is the factual case?
Nothing is necessarily the case.
Okay. So that's just a fact. So wait, hold on. So hold on a second.
Including that statement, that is not
necessarily it's necessarily not the case that there's any case of necessity, right? So it's necessarily not the case that there's epistemic possibility, correct?
Nothing is necessarily the case, including that sentence. That doesn't mean it's necessarily wrong or necessarily true.
So then it's just a contradiction. So why should I accept a contradiction?
What's the contradiction? About what
you said that. Hold on. It seems like you were saying that it's necessarily the case that there are epistemic possibilities. For all we know, we could be wrong. But then you're simultaneously saying that itself is subject to being wrong.
Yes, it's also subject to being true, though.
So it's a contradiction. Why should I buy into this contradiction?
No, it's not a contradiction. The lead horse right here is uncertainty, right? And
wait, so should we accept? So is it factual that there's epistemic possibility, or is it not?
It's not necessarily the case, no.
So can I get a direct answer? Is it factual or is it not the case that there's epistemic possibility? Okay, so you're arguing from a non-fact. You're giving me your feelings, and your
Yeah.
feelings are why I should believe in moral subjectivism.
You can't make an argument that is factual.
Oh, shit. So epistemic possibility is just a spook. Why would I believe in this?
Okay, because you don't actually have the ability to derive facts. So why?
Wait, hold
would
on.
you?
But hold on a second. You think that this is just a meme, right? This is just a meme. This is just a joke. This is just a spook. This is just nonsense, right?
Why is
Because
it a spook?
epistemic
Why is it a
possibility.
joke and why
Hold
is it a
on,
meme?
because you think it's non-factual.
Yes,
You're
just
invoking
being
something non-factual.
Just something being non-factual doesn't mean that it's incorrect.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean by fact? Wait, hold on. What do you mean by fact if
Something that
facts
is
aren't
certain.
like?
Facts
Wait,
are
hold
certain.
on.
Facts are a truth of reality that are completely certain, right? And
Hold
I'm
on,
not
so when
saying
you
that
say-
it's necessarily certain.
When you so wait, when you're saying it's a fact, you mean that it's certainly the case or true of reality, right? So when you're saying that there's a fact, you're saying it's true of reality, yes?
It's 100% certain of reality. It's indicative of reality. Yes.
So it's true of reality, right?
yes.
So whenever we're presented with it and it's being negated, you're saying it's a non-fact.
Huh?
You're saying that it is not true of reality.
I'll be right now. Hold on, I didn't hear the last part you said. My mom was talking to me. What?
It's okay. Tell your mom I said hello. But look, what I'm interested in here is just you explaining precisely why it's not the case now that this is true of reality. If epistemic possibility isn't true of reality, why would I accept it in this conversation?
Okay, because you aren't able to currently derive any fact within your own reality or outside of
But
your reality.
you think that's a non-factual statement, so why would I accept that?
Because just it being a non-factual statement doesn't make it incorrect or correct, though.
Wait, but you said a factual
Doesn't make it
statement means that. Hold on. So a factual statement is something true of reality, and now you're saying that being non-factual,
We've already went over this.
being
earlier. I don't know why you're
non-factual
going
means
back
it's
over
not correct. What's the negation of truth, Noodles?
Okay,
Falsity,
so
right?
What you're telling me right now.
So it
is that-
necessarily be false. What do you
Okay,
mean?
what you're telling me right now is that something is true or something is false, right? But I'm arguing in between that. I'm arguing that it's not necessarily true or false.
Okay, so epistemic possibility is non-factual, therefore it is wrong.
It's not wrong. Why is it something being non-factual doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong?
Okay, so when you say something is not the case, right?
I'm
You're
not saying
negating
it
it.
is
You're
factual or
negating that it's true of
factual.
reality. So when you negate that it's true of
I think I
reality,
see what you're doing. I think I see what you're doing. So you're trying to get me to say that something isn't a fact, but so therefore it's incorrect, right?
that's what you were saying, you know? You were saying that if something isn't 100% true of reality, then we shouldn't accept it. We have no reason to accept it.
I never said that. You're just
Wait, so then what would be the case? So then what would be the case against moral objectivism?
You can
What would be the case about? So wait, hold on a second. What's the case against moral objectivism if that's not the criticism?
Well, I'm arguing that you're not making an agnostic stance against a position that is completely uncertain. You are not able to derive certainty in your position, yet you are trying to do so. What is your argument for moral objectivity? You haven't given.
You didn't answer my question. Can you answer my question?
I noticed every time.
If that wasn't your
why
critique,
are you dodging that point?
no, we'll get to it in a second. You've got time, don't you? Like you're just gonna go down for
No,
breakfast.
I kind of want to get
You'll
to
be
it
fine.
now because we've already went over this like 3 times.
No, hold on. I want you to answer my question. Otherwise, that's an evasion. I'm
Well,
just gonna
I think
press
you're
you on it.
evading right
Can
now.
you? Okay, that's cool, Noodles. Is that a non-fact too?
Yeah, it's a non-fact.
Okay,
what
then
you're
shut the
saying is a
fuck up.
non-fact too.
Okay, so what I was saying, right,
Why don't you give
is
me a fact?
what is the
I have a
case
fact right
against
now.
moral objectivism?
Show me the
What's the
moral
case against
objective
moral
fact.
objectivism?
Show me the moral.
Oh shit! Yeah, I don't take commands from non-factual people, Noodles.
Well, I'm sorry, you're a non-factual person.
Your feelings are in a crunch. It's okay. I scrunch them up. I don't give a fuck.
Trini. I know
Now,
that you can't
all
prove
I'm
anything is
interested in-
factual.
So let's get back to it, right?
Uh-huh.
Epistemic possibility isn't factual.
You're just gonna concede that you can't prove facts?
Am I conceding what?
You just conceded. I asked you that you can't.
I just conceded. Is that a fact? Wait, is it a fact that I conceded?
No.
Okay, then shut the fuck up. Yeah,
Well,
you're just giving your
you're
opinions.
conceding-
Oh shit! Oh shit, dude! Look at you! You're squirming around. You're a global skeptic, and you're getting fucked up for it, dude. Hold on a second. Wait, are you just saying that? Are you just saying that?
I am.
Or is that a fact, or is that
I'm
just your
subjectively
feelings?
saying that. I'm likely.
So it's just your feelings. So,
That's also
you're
subjective.
likely saying it.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
also
so these are just your
subjective.
feelings. So these are just your feelings.
No, they're not.
Okay, nobody cares. Yeah, they're just your feelings. Okay,
So why
cool.
did
Is this
So-
over? Is this
Why is
over?
it?
No, we're still
feelings?
talking. Hold on. An opinion necessarily would refer. Well, I guess we could have special interpretations, or it can just be
What's
any
wrong
type
with
of
having
proposition if we're
opinions?
talking about
Opinions
critical
all
thinking.
can't have justification behind it.
Oh shit, dude! But you think any non-certain claim is necessarily just fifis, don't you?
any non-certain claim is feces? No, I never made that claim. You're saying that. You're
Fefes.
trying to apply
Fefes.
that. No,
Fefes.
you're applying that to me.
Feelings.
I'm not doing that though.
Hold on. So you don't think it's the case that something being uncertain rules it out?
Yes.
Wait, so it's the case that something being uncertain rules it out?
No.
Oh, okay. So then what's the case against moral objectivism?
Okay, because you're arguing that this is certain, right? This objective fact is certain.
When did I make that claim? When did I make that claim?
You made that in the very
What was
beginning.
my exact statement about moral objectivism?
You haven't made a statement about moral objectivism, but
When you asked me to clarify what moral objectivism was, what was my claim? What was my claim about the definition? What was the claim about the definition?
Something that is factual, right?
I said ethics are capable of reporting facts, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you think a factual statement is one that's just certainly true?
Yes.
Why?
Because certainty entails facts, and facts entail truth.
Wait, hold on a second. So, what's the argument that a fact necessarily need be the case?
Okay, because truth, right, is something that is certain. Certainty is something that is objective, and objective is something that is true. It's a circle.
Wait, truth is certain, so you don't believe in probabilistic truth, right?
No, a probabilistic truth is still certain.
Wait, what?
Yes, if you're arguing that this is probably the
What
case.
the fuck do you mean by probability?
you're not
What
thinking
books have you read on probability?
you're not
Oh wait,
thinking of
in
what
before
you're
appeal to
thinking of.
authority.
No,
Okay.
what you're
dude.
thinking of, within the statement. I'm arguing external to the statement. What I'm arguing is if something is probably the case, the statement "it is probably the case" itself is certain. You're arguing it is certain this is probable.
Oh, okay. So wait, hold on. You don't think I can
Yes.
say something certainly matches an expectation?
What?
You don't think I can say that some given observation matches an
Where did I say
expectation
that?
some number
Why are
of
you
times?
making this
That's what probability is on the frequency interpretation.
No,
you
you're arguing that
dunderhead.
I'm making the claim that you can't make
Goddamn,
something,
dude.
but I never did. I
Oh,
never said you
shit.
couldn't make this claim.
Oh shit. Okay,
The
look.
problem is,
All I'm interested in.
humility is actually getting me back.
You said epistemic humility?
Yeah, that's what this is, right?
Wait, this is epistemic humility?
It
So
is
wait, if it's epistemic humility, why do you keep talking about how I've conceded?
Okay, because I was arguing that you were contradicting yourself, right? And within my own.
Is it? Wait, hold on. Is it a fact that I contradicted myself, or is that also just your
not a
feelings?
It's within my mind.
Okay, so you keep making a bunch of non-factual claims. So why should I believe in moral subjectivism?
Making a non-factual claim.
You said that non-facts
No,
are reason to rule something out. Hold on,
non-factual
hold on.
claim.
You think that's you think that's the case, right? Hold on,
Yes,
hold
it
on.
doesn't
So
happen,
if
right?
moral
What's wrong with
objectivism is
What's wrong with a
probabilistic-
non-factual claim?
If moral objectivism is probabilistic, then I've made the case for it. All right.
What is wrong with a non-factual claim?
I don't know. You told me though
Oh, he
that the
doesn't know.
problem.
Don't
Hold on, I'm
know.
talking about your claim.
Oh,
why don't you
shit.
know?
Wait, Noodles. We're
Wait, are
talking
you
about
telling me you
your
don't
belief.
know that if there's
Wait,
anything
hold
wrong
on.
with
Hold on
non-factual
a
claims?
second.
So
Sir,
it's
you're not going to
completely
respond to what I
okay for me
said?
to say you
So
conceded,
you're not going to
right?
respond to what I said.
It's
So you're not going to
completely
respond to
okay
what I
for
said?
me to
Wait,
say
so
you
you're not going to
conceded,
respond to
right?
what I said?
It's
Are you going to respond to what I
completely okay for me
said?
to say
Are you going to
you
respond to what I
conceded,
said? Are you going to respond to what I
It's
said?
completely okay for me to say you conceded, right?
Are you going to respond to what I said?
It's okay for me to say you conceded, right?
Oh, shit, don't respond. Yeah, I got you again.
It's okay for me
Okay,
to
so
say-
what was I saying?
You're not responding to
As
me.
I was saying,
You're not
if
responding
you
to me.
think
Why
the
are you
possibility
Why aren't you
of
responding
moral
to me? Why aren't you
objectivism
responding
being
to me?
wrong
Why aren't you
entails that
responding to me?
moral
Why aren't you responding to
objectivism
me?
is
Why aren't you
therefore
responding
not
to me?
the case,
Why aren't you
then
responding to me?
we
Why aren't
necessarily
you
have to
responding to
apply
me?
this
Why aren't you
probabilistic
responding to me?
standard across the board. So let's look at your beliefs for a second, right? You
No,
cannot
we've been
make
looking
the
at my
claim
beliefs
that there's
the entire time.
epistemic possibility given the fact that it's non-factual, it's non-definite, right? On your
Trini,
interpretation of
what's your
factuality.
argument for
So what
not-
I want specifically is for you to get outside of this double bind, right? Is it the
Trini.
case that I can make a
Trini,
probabilistic reasoning for moral objectivism? Or
Trini.
is it the case that you can sit here and just say, well, everything is unknowable, right? Because if you think everything is unknowable, then you've literally negated the case against moral objectivism, and you've agreed that you have no defense for moral subjectivism.
Just saying-
But if you do get out of this double bind, you have to agree that I can probabilistically reason to the conclusion that there's moral objectivity.
If
So which is
everything-
it? What's the
okay,
double bind here?
if
What's the answer to the double bind?
Yeah, I'm
What's the
answering
answer?
it. So if
Okay,
everything
so which is it? A or B? Wait, News, A or B?
Hey, Trini, are you going to interrupt me or are you going
Is
to
it
let me
is
answer?
it A
Are
or
you
B?
scared
Oh,
of my
you were
answer?
interrupting me, right? You're interrupting me, so I'm just
Well, you've
talking.
continued this entire time making multiple points and going on.
Hold
and
on, is it A or
arguing,
B?
so-
Just give me an answer. You can talk about
Okay.
the meta some other time. A or B?
Well, what's A and what's B?
Oh shit! You don't even know that goldfish memory acting up again. You got that hamster wheel brain. It's fucked. Okay, so as I was saying, is it the case that we can't know anything, or is it the case that we can reasonably infer certain things?
No, we can't know anything, and there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't destroy the case against.
Hold on. So you don't know if we can't know anything.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so that's a contradiction.
No, it's not.
Hold on. So you know it's the case that we can't know anything.
No, I don't know if it's the case. I'm completely uncertain of everything.
Wait, hold on. So you're making a knowledge claim, and
No,
then
I'm
you're
not making a
negating
knowledge
knowledge.
I'm saying I'm
Okay,
uncertain of
so then
everything.
you just feel like we don't know anything.
Why is me saying I'm uncertain?
Wait, so you just
I'm
feel like we don't know anything?
Why is me saying I'm uncertain?
Wait, hold on. So which is it?
What
Is
if
it the
I say
case that it's
uncertainty in my
knowledge
mind,
that
then
we
it-
don't know anything? Wait, is this knowledge or not?
Trini,
Is it
Trini.
knowledge that we don't know anything? Wait, hold on a second. Is it knowledge that we don't know anything? Wait, hold on a second. Is it knowledge that we don't know anything? A or B? Come on. Is it knowledge that we don't know anything? Is it knowledge that we don't know anything? Is it knowledge that we don't know anything?
Trini, listen.
Hey, look, I'm just asking you. Is it knowledge that we don't know anything?
Trini, yeah.
Look, is it?
I'm just
Well,
asking
come
you,
on.
why are we
I'm
putting
asking you a
position
simple
forward for objective
question. Like,
morality?
I'll give you speaking privileges afterwards. I know your feelings are.
I'll give you speaking
Look,
privileges.
all I'm
whenever I
interested
want.
in knowing is whether it's the case that this statement constitutes knowledge on your view.
Okay, so what I'm arguing is that.
Wait, hold on a second. So is it the case that this constitutes knowledge? I need an
What
answer.
constitutes knowledge?
Yeah, the statement that.
No, it doesn't constitute knowledge.
Oh shit! So it doesn't constitute knowledge. So you've given me an argument based on assumption.
What's wrong with
right?
that?
Hold on. So when I say that I have no reason to believe in it, that's quite literally true. You've just given me a bunch of gobbledygook. Who cares? Who cares, Noodles? These are just your fifis, dude. Why would I care? Hold on. Why would I care if these are just assumptions? Why would I care?
Okay, because we are appealing to our own subjective model.
Oh
Subjective
shit!
model.
Hold on, these are just fifis. You have different
No, it's not
fifis than
fifis.
I do. My
No,
fifis are that this is
Hey,
wrong.
Trini,
I have
you
different
know what-
feelings.
you know what
I
a-
feel very strongly that you're wrong.
subjective-
I feel very strongly that you're wrong.
You
So
know what a
tell me
subjective
why I
model
should
based
feel
upon an
differently.
objective model
I
is?
feel
Do you know what a subjective model
very
is based
strongly
upon an
about this.
objective
I
model? Do
feel
you know what a subjective model
very
based upon an
strongly
objective
about
model?
this.
Do you know what a subjective model based
Very
on an objective
strongly.
model is? Do
I
you know
feel
what a subjective model based
so
on an
strong
objective
about
model
this.
is? Do you know what a subjective model based upon an objective
strong.
model is?
So
Do you know what a subjective
strong. So strong. So can you tell
I'm
me
not
real
gonna
quick
lie, this-
whether it's the case that this is knowledge?
Okay, so are you gonna accept the fact that
Oh shit! Another dodge. God damn, Needles. Hey, you're good at this, bro. Yo, if you
Hey,
slipped
you're
your
good
head
at
a little
dodging,
more off
man.
the center, if you slipped your head a little more off the center, I wouldn't be
you're good at
catching your
dodging,
chin.
man. You haven't shown me that you actually have an argument for objective morality yet.
Oh shit, dude.
Can you give me an argument for objective morality,
shit.
or
Oh shit! I've got you.
actually you
Oh,
don't? 'Cause
shit.
I already made the
So hold
subjective
on.
model argument.
Why would I agree with your intuitions
I already answered this.
about epistemic possibility?
What was my answer to this?
You said that, oh, we're just using a subjective model, and I understand that, like,
Wait,
we
no,
might
what
not
did I
know
say
that
after
there's
that? What did I
knowledge.
say? That's not what I said.
Hold on, wait a second.
what I said.
So is it?
What did
Wait,
I
hold
say?
on. Okay.
What did I
hold
say?
On. You said
What did I
we
say?
might not know if we don't know anything.
No,
Correct?
that's not what I said. What I said was that we
Oh,
have a
shit.
subjective model based upon an objective model.
Wait, hold on. So what was your answer to the question of whether or
We
not
had
this
a subjective
constitutes
model
knowledge?
based on a subjective model. Do you know what that means?
Wait, so we have a subjective model, so it's feelings based. So again, you're just giving me
no,
your
it's not
feelings.
based. Subjective doesn't mean.
Wait, so what
feelings.
does subjective mean to you? Wait, what does subjective mean to you?
Well, let's define it.
You gotta keep running back to Google. God
What's
damn,
wrong with
dude,
that?
using all these big words you don't need. Bro, you gotta stop talking in polysyllabic language if you know what the fuck you're saying. This is just
Objective
embarrassing.
is something outside.
Oh,
something not
shit.
necessarily contingent upon the mind.
Oh, shit, dude.
Subjective is contingent upon the mind. Right?
Oh, shit.
Subjectivity is contingent upon the mind. Objective is not.
Yeah, so it's just your fifis.
Not just my fifis. It's what I'm.
These are just your fifis, bro. Okay,
You
why
think
should I
a
trust
perception
your
is a feeling?
intuitions?
If you're describing
Why should I
subjective-
trust your intuition? Why should I trust your intuition? I'm
If you're
curious.
just
Why should
continuing
I?
to do that, there's no
Why
point
should I
in
trust
dating.
your intuition? Wait, you're
You're
not gonna
gonna-
answer. You're not
No,
gonna
I'm
answer. I
gonna
see you
ask
running.
answer, but you're not
Dude,
running.
I'm cutting off the fucking ring right now, bro.
Well, what
I got
you're
you in
doing
the
is getting
corner.
beat the
I'm
fuck up
landing
in the corner,
threes and
so
sixes
you're not
at will.
answer
You
to my
can't
question.
stop me, bro.
You
I've
actually
got
aren't
you,
able
bro.
to
This
answer
is some
any of my
Hajime
questions,
no
so what you're
Ippo
doing is
shit.
you're-
I'm Ippo and you're that
Right
one
now, you're
fucking
just dodging my
Thailand boxer,
question.
bro.
You're just
I've
dodging
got
my
you.
question.
I've got you.
You're
I've
just
got
dodging
you.
my question.
I've got you.
You're just dodging my
What was your question?
My
What was your
question
question?
was why.
Oh shit. Okay, go ahead.
Nice dodge. So when you're arguing an objective model is not contingent upon the mind, right? And we are basing our subjective models upon that objective model. There's nothing wrong with saying my subjective model is correct subjectively, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's not.
Yeah, but these
necessarily
are just your feelings.
So
These are
that's
just
a
your
reason for
feelings.
you
So
to
all
believe.
you've given me are your feelings.
That's a reason.
So
for you
all
to
you've
believe.
given me are your feelings. Yes, all you've given me are your feelings. You just
What do you
said
define as feelings?
the
Define
effective equivalent. You've said the effective equivalent of I just feel this way. I'm just convinced. I'm not sure.
What is a
When I
feeling,
say
Trini?
feelings, all I'm talking about are your propositional attitudes. These are just like baseless propositional attitudes.
Okay, these baseless propositional attitudes. What if they do have a base though?
Yeah, the base is your subjectivity.
Yeah, so you just had a circular reasoning there. You're saying, what is a feeling? And you're like, yeah, you're a baseless thing. And I'm like, what's baseless? And you're like,
Wait,
just
hold on
the
a second.
feelings.
Wait,
My
one
circular
second.
reasoning, buddy.
Hold on. Is that what I said? I said that subjectivity means your baseless thing. Is that what I just said?
You said subjectivity.
I
is
thought
a
I said.
baseless
I thought I.
proposition.
Hold on a second. I thought I said that feelings was in reference to your baseless propositional attitudes.
Baseless propositional attitudes. And then I was
So
like,
hold on.
alright,
What's
well,
the epistemological?
so you just
Sure.
had
What's the
circular reasoning
epistemological
again?
defense for these propositional attitudes?
Okay,
That's the kind of
epistemological
base I'm
defense.
referring
What-
to.
What do you define as epistemology?
The theory of knowledge.
Okay, was that within our minds? Theory of knowledge?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, so it's just your feelings then.
What epistemology?
So yeah, epistemology, your arguments within your feelings, right? It's within your mind. Subjectivity is defined
What
as
theory
something
of
that's
knowledge is in our
within
minds? Yeah, we're talking about it, aren't we?
Yeah, so what you're telling me is you're not actually talking about objective reality, something that's actually outside of our
Wait,
mind.
hold on. Where did you get that inference?
Okay, because you're arguing that something is within our minds, right? Which is our feelings. Just our feelings. We can't actually prove.
That's
that our
not what I
feelings are
said.
true.
Made something objective.
No, we argued. You accepted earlier the definition of subjectivity being something non-contingent upon our mind. And then you
Wait,
just-
something being in our minds
It's
means it's
contingent
based
upon
on it?
our
I already made the distinction between perceptual and mental objects.
No, what you're arguing, that's not what that is.
Oh shit! Yet again caught. There was a preemptive defense made because I knew you were close to
You just
jail.
got caught and now you're getting back
Oh
up.
shit! I've got you.
Oh,
I've got
shit.
you. I've got you, Noodles. I've got you. I've got you. I've got you. You're caught in the double
Why are you
bind. I've
running?
got you.
Why are you
I've
running?
got you.
Why are you
I've
running?
got you.
Why are
I've
you
got
running?
you.
Why are you
Oh, I'm
running?
not running. I'm right
Yes,
here.
you are.
I'm right here,
No,
little
you're
boy.
running
I'm
away.
right here,
You're not
little
answering my
boy. I
question.
got
Answer
you.
my question.
I
Answer
got
my
you.
question.
I got you.
Answer my
I got
question.
you.
Answer
I
my
got
question
you.
then. Answer
Hey,
my question. What was my question? You don't
Which
remember
question?
my question? Which one? The last one.
Oh, what was your last question? I didn't hear.
Oh, you didn't hear it? Why not?
I'm so skeptical of the universe. I'm not sure.
Okay, I asked you what's wrong with believing in a subjective model that's based on an objective model.
A subjective model that's based on an objective model.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong with believing in
So
something?
a subjective representation of the objective world, correct?
Exactly, retard. What's wrong with believing in
Oh shit! Isn't this what I was talking about earlier when I was making the distinction between mental and perceptual
Were you?
objects? And you were like, I did
was
know
a
if I
relevant
think
on
these.
the meta
I don't know if I
topic.
think these things are different. Well, shut the fuck up. You're
It
dumb.
wasn't
So I already
really
made this distinction earlier, and you're
What was
literally
the distinction?
borrowing
What
and
was the
stealing
distinction
from
then?
my distinction.
What's the distinction then?
Perceptual objects and mental objects. We can have a
Why is that
subjective
relevant to what we're talking
representation.
about right now?
Perceptual
Why
objects
is that
versus
relevant to
mental
what we're talking
objects
about right now?
quite literally explains the thing you're trying to talk about in fucking layman's terms, you fool.
Why?
You were saying that this is a
Oh.
perceptual object. This is
Oh.
a subjective representation of
Are
the
you getting
objective
pissed?
world, correct?
Uh-huh.
That's what I meant when I was saying perceptual object.
Okay, no, that's not what you meant. That's what you're saying now.
Okay, that's not what I meant? Okay, sure.
It's a goalpost
What's
shift.
the argument? That's not what I meant. What's the argument for that's not what I meant?
That's the argument for that's what I meant. What the fuck are you even saying right now?
What is the argument for that not being my intended meaning?
Okay, so you didn't say that though. So why would I assume that's what you're saying?
Wait, so the argument is that I couldn't have potentially misspoken?
Oh, are you arguing something's potentially happening?
Yeah.
Okay, are you saying that is certainly probable or certainly possible?
Nope.
Okay, so you're just saying gargling bullshit then, right?
Wait, so this is the equivalent of what you're saying. So this is the equivalent. So you admit your
Oh.
fucking belief is just gargling
Oh.
bullshit. I caught you. Wait, so you admit your belief is just gargling bullshit,
No,
you
it's-
fucking
it's-
cocksucker,
no, I
you
didn't say
fool.
that.
I've got hot sauce in your eye right now, you
No,
fucking
what I just
fiend.
told you was
What
I
are
used
you
my own
talking?
logic
You
against
just
you.
called your own standard fucking gargling
No, I
bullshit,
didn't.
you
I didn't.
fucking
That's
mouth
a straw
breather.
man. That's
You
a straw man.
fucking Neanderthal.
straw man.
I've got
It's a
you,
straw
dude.
man.
I've got you
Straw
so bad. You've ran back on your own beliefs so many fucking times. I can't even keep track.
I just
Bro,
got
you
you
are
to
like
run back on your
Usain
own
Bolt
beliefs.
out here.
I
You
just
are
got you to
Usain
run
Bolt.
back on your
You're
own
swimming through the
Trini,
water like a
you
little
don't-
piranha
What
looking
you're
for
doing
little
right now
fish
is you're
meat.
yelling to overcome
Oh
the
shit. Oh
Trini.
shit! I've got you.
Trini,
I've got you. I've got you. I've got you. I've got you, Noodles. Hey, Noodles. I've got you. Hey, Noodles. I've got you.
I just proved to you that.
Hey,
your
Noodles.
own
I've got
logic
you.
con-
Hey, Noodles. Hey,
contradicts your own
Noodles.
proposition.
Noodles. I've got you.
Trini,
I've
the
got
reason
you.
I used that was to show you that
shit.
you have to admit to your contradictions and
Oh
gargling
shit,
bullshit
dude.
using your logic.
Oh my lord. Is this it, dude? Come on, you were talking all that shit, and this is all you got? Really?
Trini,
Is
what I
this
just
the
showed
best?
you was
Can someone get his dad in
Trini.
here? Can someone get Parrot in
Trini,
here? Can
what I
someone tell
just showed
Parrot's
you that
dumbass to
your
get in
logic-
here?
Trini, what
I'm
I just
done with
showed you
this
was
little
that your logic
cocksucker.
forces you to
Where's
use your
Parrot?
own
Somebody
arguments as
bring
gargling
Parrot in
bullshit.
here. Somebody
the
bring
point.
Parrot in here. I'm
That
done
was
with
the
this
point.
one. Bring me the father.
It
Bring me
sounds like you're
Parrot.
scared to
Somebody
actually
bring
admit that
me
you got
Parrot.
caught, nigga.
I got caught?
Yes, what I did was
Is that
I
a factual
used your,
claim?
I used your own logic
Is that
to
a
call
factual
your
claim?
argument gargling bullshit.
Is that a factual claim? Hold on, is
I
it a
just
factual
used your
claim that I
own
got
logic
caught?
to call your
Hold on,
argument
is it a
gargling
factual
bullshit.
claim
And
that
you're
I
like,
got caught?
oh, you just called
Is
your
it
own
a
argument
factual
gargling bullshit. But I'm
claim
like,
that
no,
I got
I'm using
caught?
your logic. That's
Is
the
it a
problem.
factual claim that I got caught?
That's the problem. I'm using your
Is
logic.
it a factual claim that I got caught? Is it a factual claim that I got caught?
It's 100%.
Oh shit! So it is a factual claim, so we can fucking probabilistic reasoning. We can use probabilistic reasoning to assess facts, correct?
No.
Oh shit! So you're in a contradiction. You've just said the negation and the affirmation of the
I'm
statement. So
using
which
your
is it?
argument.
Oh shit! Wait. So when I ask you what you believe, you give me your argument?
No, what I was doing was I was making fun of you. I was calling your own arguments gargling bullshit.
Oh
using your
shit! That's a
logic.
dodge. So wait, can I get an answer to this question?
I
Is it a
just answered
factual
it. How's
claim
that
that
not
you
an
got
answer?
me?
How's
Is
that?
it a
What's the fine
factual
answer?
claim?
Define answer.
Is it a
Define answer.
factual
Define
claim that you
answer.
got me? Is it a
Define
factual
answer.
claim that you
Define
got me?
answer.
Is it a
Define answer.
factual claim that
Define
you got
answer.
me? Is
Define
it a
it. Yes,
factual claim that
it's
you got me?
completely factual. 100% factual.
Okay, so go ahead. Prove why this is certainly the case.
Okay, because I said it, therefore it is.
So what's the proof that's the case?
Because I said it, therefore it is.
So it's circular?
No. What's wrong with circular reasoning? Aren't all
Wait,
certain things...
wait, hold on. Wait. So you said no, it's not circular, and then you're saying what's the problem with circular reasoning? So is it a circle or not?
It's not circle, and what's the problem with it?
So wait, hold on a second. So is it
I'm
circular
just
reasoning
fucking
or
with
is it
you,
not?
dude. Like you're not actually applying any pressure.
Oh shit! So you don't want to answer yet again? Caught in a double bind. You don't even understand the implications of what you're saying. Why are you talking? You're like a monkey. You're like a monkey trying to communicate in ASL. You're trying to copy human language. You're trying to communicate in human language, and it's not working. You don't even understand what you're saying. You don't even understand what you're saying. You don't even know what you're saying. So what the fuck are you talking about? You don't even understand what you're saying, little monkey boy. You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. Tell me about your feelings. Tell me about your feelings. Yeah, what's your feelings? Tell me about your feelings. Wait, tell me about your feelings. Say, these are my feelings, and I'll let you speak. Say, these are my feelings, and I'll let you speak. Hold on, say, these are my feelings, and I'll let you speak.
Wait,
Oh,
so you're
are
telling
these
me
your
my
feelings? Wait, are these your
argument's
feelings?
gargling bullshit? You just
Are
called
these
your own argument
your feelings?
gargling
Are
bullshit.
these your feelings? Hold on, you haven't answered. Are these your feelings? Oh, shit. Get the fuck out, you dumb little bitch. Shut the fuck up, you little monkey boy. You know what the fuck you're talking about. By the way, if anyone wants to know the direct contradiction that he fucking offered, I'll be a little more explicit. The direct contradiction that he offered was saying that he knows that there's epistemic possibility, which is the case that we could have fallible knowledge, and then also saying we don't know if that's the case, right? So in one case, he's employing epistemic possibility as a reason to dismiss moral objectivity. And then in the next fucking breath, he's like, well, we don't know that this is the case. There might not even be epistemic possibility. There might be just another flavor, like logical possibility. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's one or the other. Either we have epistemic possibility or we don't. It's that simple.
Trini, do you mind if I cut you off or something, or you're still debating here?
Yeah, we heard it the first time.
What's up, bro?
Do you mind if I
We,
cut you
we
off
heard
or
him the
something?
first time, man. You didn't have to repeat it.
Oh, no, I was just making sure because I know we were yelling at each other. What were you saying, Leon?
Do you mind if I cut you off a little bit so I could
Saying it was me saying it.
shit, everything's cutting out for me right now, but
Bro, somebody get Parrot in here, bro.
Yeah, because Noodles is getting dumb.
dude.
So Noodles, let me
Get his
explain.
bad. So I
Noodles,
can
Noodles.
debate him.
All right, so this is the thing. I made Noodles concede to me.
Noodles, your own niggas just saying you got dog, you little bitch.
Trini. The funny thing is,
Noodles,
Trini,
are you
2
there,
days-
man? Come on.
Wait, Trini, 2 days ago, me and Ice were in VC, right? And Jade was there as well. I made Noodles concede in 10 seconds twice.
Oh, shit.
He's fucking garbage. He's
Did
actually
your own
trash.
power
Noodles,
make him
Noodles, you're
lag
garbage,
out?
nigga, you're garbage.
Noodles is pretty bad. I came there and made him concede an acclaim. I just got called.
And not only
Trini,
that,
got
alright.
Noodles, you
This
fucking
man's got a
pussy.
GT Goku nerf. Yikes.
And then
Like-
I also beat him in a debate in that server too. On top of that, like what 2 days ago or some shit.
Oh,
to hype him up.
Dude,
I
Noodles
wanna be
been
in
getting
Seth's
dogged
server.
the entire time. Alright.
Oh yeah, what point did I lose?
Alright, alright,
Whenever
good.
you-
I
wait a minute. What point did I lose, motherfucker?
I wanted to do that. I
What
wanted to
point
do
did I
that. Thank you.
lose?
Do not cut me off. Do
What
not cut
point
me
did I
off. I
lose?
can explain. Do
Leon.
not cut me off. Do
Stop.
not cut me off. Nobody cut me off. Nobody cut me off. Wait 1 second. So Noodles.
What point did I lose?
Wait, Noodles. So if
Wait,
you're
let them
saying
talk. Stop
something,
interrupting.
so Noodles, if you're saying something is probable and he's saying something is objective certified, then
What
you
claim did I
agree-
say was
Wait,
probable?
let me speak. Let me speak.
I'll
If
let you speak
say-
if you tell me
Oh
what
my
claim is
God,
probable.
are you gonna let me finish?
Yeah, I will if you tell me what claim I
Right,
made was
yeah.
probable.
Okay, so I'm gonna loud mic you if you cut me off again. And I'm
Trini,
gonna,
Go loud, Mike.
Alright.
Leon, don't loud mic. I
okay,
will
so
just
then tell him to stop
don't
cutting.
do
Thank
that.
you.
Go ahead. Go
So-
ahead.
So Noodles, what I'm trying to explain to you is, if you're blatantly saying that something is that you don't even 100% believe in your beliefs, right? Or you don't 100% believe anything is objective, or like there's a probability to everything. Wouldn't that mean that there's a probability to your argument being incorrect when he's
Yes, there is.
objective?
That's
Okay,
included in my argument.
so wouldn't that objectively mean that he's making an objective statement? Wouldn't that mean if he's making a certified statement and he can actually provide evidence for it and stand still on it? Wouldn't that mean that he's better than you? Or
Well,
like
if he
he's
could,
beating
if he
you?
could hypothetically
Wouldn't that
bring
mean
in
that he's
objective
beating you?
evidence, if he
That
could bring
doesn't-
that evidence, but what evidence did he bring?
Okay, even he's literally used
He
your
hasn't yet.
argument as evidence. Yes, he did. He used your
Okay,
own
what
argument
evidence?
as
Show me
evidence.
where he posted
He used
evidence.
your own argument as evidence, and everyone in VC
What
can
was-
remember
how
that.
did he use my
Okay,
argument as
so when you
I
weren't
differ.
able, let me finish. Hold up. So when you
I
were
thought I
saying
did
that,
that to him.
no, he did that to you, retard, and you tried to do it back, and it didn't work. It
It
actually
did work. He
backfired
just
on
covered
you
it up by
bad.
yelling.
Anyway, so let me finish. If you talk again, true, server mute him. But like what I'm saying is, the reason that he went ahead and used your argument as evidence is because if you weren't able to actually answer the question and say, well, do I believe it's fact or is it fact? Then he would just say, okay, then it's just an opinion, and if it's not fact, then why would it still stand? In contrary to him actually making a statement that's objective and actually using it, right? So it's
Okay.
like if you're making a statement of probability and he's making a statement of objectivity, then why are we still going on about
not probability?
Okay,
And what I was saying
so-
was that my
okay,
subjective
okay.
claims are based upon a
Okay,
subjective
and what I'm
model of an
explaining,
objective
okay,
model, and there's
okay,
nothing wrong
Noodles,
with that,
what
and
I'm
he provided no
explaining to you,
counter-argument
Noodles,
to
the reason you lost is because the evidence he
that.
used
The debate
was
hasn't
your
been ended
argument.
yet.
It doesn't matter. He made you contradict your premise.
What was my
Even if-
premise?
Okay,
One
so
of my premises, but yeah, what was my
You
main
had-
premise?
you had multiple premises.
What was
That's
the
what you're
main
saying.
one?
So you had multiple debates.
No, a premise is a part
You
of a
had
singular
multiple
argument.
premises. Okay,
Do you know what a premise is, Leon?
tell me what you think a premise is,
A
Noodles.
premise is a proposition within an argument, right?
Okay, can you prove this?
You think a conclusion's a premise, Needles? You fucking
He's
idiot.
an idiot.
No,
It's a
I-
premise.
Yeah, a
He's an
premise is a
idiot.
proposition in an argument. A premise is a conclusion. You
I mean,
fucking
here's
fools. What
literally
the
the
fuck?
definition of
Head
it.
back to philosophy
so one
101.
second,
Head back to the
Trini,
webcam carrier
stop,
fucking
stop,
philosophy.
stop,
Okay,
Trini,
my
stop,
bad, go ahead.
Trini, stop. All right, so Noodles, I'm gonna teach it to you
There
like
it
this,
is. I
you
mean,
fucking
it is
idiot.
seriously
It goes.
just a pro-
All
it
right,
is
so
literally
I'm gonna
just a
do it to
proposition
you in a
within
little
an
tier
argument.
list because I know you're retarded and in school they made diagrams for you. So I'll make a diagram.
I know that I just
I'll
showed
make
you
a
that a
diagram
proposition
for-
and a premise
okay, so
are
I'm
within an
gonna make
argument.
a diagram for you. So I'm gonna make a
Okay.
diagram for you right now, right? And I'm
Okay,
gonna
make
do
the
it on
diagram.
All right, I'm gonna do it on Snapchat
Go
so
ahead.
everyone can hear my camera. So I'm gonna start it right here, okay?
Yeah, there's the
Trini, what's your
philosophy
gamer
101 by
tag?
the Trini.
One second.
It literally is just a proposition within an argument in which another is inferred.
Okay.
Leon, when you're done, can I lay it out a little bit easier for everyone?
Yeah. I got you after this.
Just go ahead, Cap. We'll wait for him.
Oh shit! Since
Are
you're
you
such
ready,
a
Leo?
fucking since you're such a fucking idiot, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for you like this. Premise, argument one.
You're a retard, Leon.
You're a retard. That's what's gonna work for you, you fucking
Leon,
idiot.
you're actually
You're dumb as fuck. Don't
can't
talk to
believe
me,
you
bro. You're
posted that.
garbage. Yeah, you look like an idiot. Shut up, nigga. You're dumb.
He
Jesus
said
Christ.
premise, argument, conclusion.
Do you disagree?
Yes, obviously.
Okay, what's wrong about that?
Do you know what a syllogism is?
Get the fuck out. Ban
That's
him.
ironic
Ban
you said
him.
that.
Ban him. Ban him. Ban him. Ban him. Ban him. Ban him.
Did he
Ban
just say
him.
that you
Ban him.
Wait, hold
Ban
on,
him.
hold on.
Well, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to show a syllogism, right?
Ban him.
And
Ban
when he-
him.
and when he posted
Ban
that
him.
premise,
Ban
argument,
him.
one argument.
Ban
Yo,
him.
Noodles,
Ban
I
him.
have a question.
What's up?
So, yeah, wait. So whenever we argued that one time in Seth's server about whatever it was, I don't fucking remember. But whenever you like started to shotgun me, you started to make fun of me or something. You're like, "Oh, you're so overwhelmed because of my points." But then when Trini did it to you, why did you like start complaining about that he was making so many points and that you wanted to respond?
I wasn't complaining about it. I was just
Yes,
saying
you
that.
fucking were.
Yes,
You were
you
like,
were.
"Let me
Yes, you were.
What was my complaint? What was my complaint then?
Oh
Why
my
is everybody
god,
surprised
bro.
that Noodles is a rat?
When
This
did
is
I
big
complain?
known.
Ice.
No,
This
no,
is just
you
a
literally- you
expanding
specifically
level.
said
When
You
did I complain?
specifically said this. You specifically said this during whenever Trini was like, "Are you okay, son? I got you, son." You were like, "Look, I need to respond. You've made
I
several
never said
points."
that. No, I didn't.
Yes, you fucking did.
Show me
Ice,
where I
you
said
wanna,
that.
fucking
wait,
wrong.
wait, wait, Ice, you wanna know what I think this means? You wanna know what I think this means? Ice, you're my son,
What's
Jaden's your
happened
son,
entire-
and Noodles is his son.
What's happened this entire debate is basically me showing him that the subjective model can be
I
based
don't
upon an
care about
objective
what's
model.
been
There's
happening
nothing
in
wrong
this
with
debate.
that.
I'm just pointing out that you have a problem when people shotgun, right? But then
He's a
whenever
hypocrite.
you do it, it's not an
Obviously.
issue.
When
Yeah,
did
but
I
then
do
whenever
it?
you
When
do
did I
it, it's not an
shotgun
issue.
you?
Okay, well, you
Nigga,
shotgun
I
during my
literally
debate
shotgun me
and during Trini's
too.
debate.
No, 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 no. You asked me. Wait.
A shotgun is when you're
asked me-
specifically being
you asked
overwhelmed,
me-
right?
Hold on. You asked me like 3 questions and then you gave an argument. That is a shotgun.
Well, for one, I didn't complain about the shotgunning here. For two, I
Yes,
did
you
show
did.
I never shotgunned you, ever.
Yes, you did.
And
You
and if
asked
I
me
did
3
shotgun you,
fucking
it's due to the
questions
fact
and
you were
made
also
an
making
argument.
multiple points.
You made an argument and then you asked me 3 questions consecutively.
What questions did I ask you consecutively, and why did that
It was
overwhelm?
like a week ago, nigga.
Jade, I don't know why
then
you're
you can't show
surprised
me
that
I
he's
actually
doing this.
shotgunned you.
No, like Noodles does have a fucking habit.
Well,
of
I just don't
lying to
believe.
win
Like, you
debates.
can say I shotgunned you, but I don't believe
So,
you.
Yeah,
so
you also
Noodles,
shotgun
Nigga,
during my debate.
wait, Noodles, wait, 1 second,
You
1
all
second.
did-
Wait,
Why are
stop,
these
Ice, stop,
fucking
Ice,
apes
stop.
in here?
Wait,
They're
so
ruining the
Noodles,
conversation.
Noodles, I'm gonna use your logic, right? Do you believe that you believe that you shotgunned him or no?
Do I believe
that's
that I
fact?
believe?
Do you believe that it's fact? Do you believe that it's fact that you
I
shotgunned
don't think it's
him
a
or not?
fact I shotgunned him,
Okay,
but I also
no,
don't
I'm
think it's a
asking
fact
you,
that I
do you
didn't.
believe? No, I'm asking you, do you believe that you believe?
I don't necessarily believe it or deny it. I believe it within
You
my